morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our Summer Academy. Thank you so much to everybody who was able to fill out the Google form. I heard some questions about my singing bowl, and it's actually just a bowl that I got from home. Well, my mom actually got it from Home Goods, and she noticed that it made a nice sound. She didn't really like the sound because every time she threw her keys in the bowl, it was just too loud, but I really liked the sound. Someone asked me if I have a smaller singing bowl, and I do. I have this tiny little bowl that my mom also gave to me, and she saved it from, it used to be on her dad's desk, and she liked the sound it made. Let's hear what it sounds like. So the reason I like the big bowl is because it has like a lower sound, and the little bowl has a higher sound. Today, at the end of our mindfulness, I'm going to show you one more instrument. It's actually sitting right here. It's called the cymbals. So that's what we'll try for our mindful listening later. Someone else was wondering what kind of stuff we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing moving, breathing, and centering and relaxing. So that kind of stuff. Today we're just going to go over some basic stuff, and then tomorrow we're going to try one of our first challenges, and I'm really excited about that. We're going to get started with a little bit of breathing. I'm going to teach you one breathing exercise that's called heart belly breathing. So to do this breath, you got to be sitting pretty comfortable and kind of tall with your spine, your backbone. The taller you sit with your spine, the more space you have for taking deep breaths. And the deep breaths are what help us feel more relaxed. And when we're relaxed, we can notice more. Notice more about ourselves, notice more about other people, and about the whole world all around us. So sit up nice and tall wherever you are, and then put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. We're going to take a deep breath in, and maybe you can feel your breath moving into your lungs, so your heart lifts up a little bit, and then your belly is expanding and getting bigger. And then when you breathe out, your belly falls. Maybe your heart falls a little bit. Maybe you can feel your breath on your upper lip. Inhaling, big belly. Exhaling, belly falls. Maybe you can feel the breath on your upper lip. If you want to close your eyes here, you definitely can, or you could keep them open and just stare at one spot that's not moving. Let's try taking 3 more heart belly breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Take one more big breath in. And exhale. Take a moment and notice how you're feeling now. There's no wrong way to feel. Sometimes you might not know the feeling word for how you're feeling, so then maybe you're feeling a certain color, or maybe you're feeling a certain kind of weather. Notice what's the weather in you today. What color are you feeling? What feeling word describes how you're feeling right now? Teachers, if you want to pause the YouTube video here and check in with your class, now's a good time for the pause, and then you can meet back up in the video, and we're going to move into some physical movements. The next thing that we're going to do is warm up our spine. It's really important to stretch your spine in all the directions that it likes to move in, so that you can stay safe when you're doing more complicated poses and stretches. to help build strength and flexibility. And it's also really important that we keep our spines healthy, because your spine is what connects the brain and your skull to the whole rest of your body. Your brain is basically in your whole body, and your spine is the road or the pathway that connects your thinking to the rest of your body, all the way to your fingertips. So we're going to stretch the spine in the 7 directions that it can move in. It can actually move in 8 directions, but one of them is happening all the time because of gravity. Gravity is pushing us down, so we don't need to stretch our spine down. We'll start with the opposite of that. So if gravity is pushing us down, we're going to take some time and stretch the opposite way and reach our arms up and stretch our spine long. So I like to do this with the breath. See if you can join me. Breathing in, you reach your arms up. Breathing out, you reach your arms down. I've got a lot of space here. If you don't have quite enough space to go out with your arms, just lift them up forward. Breathing in to reach up. And breathing out to relax down. If you want to, you can even zipper your fingers together and then breathe in, flip your palms to the ceiling. You can even look up at your hands. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, relax your arms down. That was one direction. The next thing we're going to do is a twist. So you're going to breathe in and reach your arms up just like before. But this time when you're breathing out, you're going to turn and twist. I'm in a chair, so I can grab onto the back of my chair. Or maybe you just let your arm hang behind you. When you're breathing in, you come back to the middle, stretching up. And then when you breathe out, stretch your way over, twisting to the other side. Inhale to come up to center. Exhale, twist. Breathing in, stretching up. Breathing out, twisting. Let's do one more round. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. The next time you're inhaling, bring it back to center. You can exhale, relax your hands into your lap. Now we're going to go side to side. So for this one, I like to hold on to the chair that I'm sitting on, or maybe just one leg, and I reach one arm up, and then as I exhale, I lean over to the other side. And then I inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, lean over to the other side. And when I lean over, I grab onto the chair with my dropped arm. Keep following your breath. Up to center. Exhale to lean. And then you can relax your arms down into your lap when you're ready. So far we've gone straight up. We've gone twist one side, twist the other side. We've gone side to side one side to side the other side. That's 5 directions. We have 2 more to go. See if you can guess what the last 2 might be. Get ready for the last 2 stretches by scooting to the edge of your chair. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can really get a nice picture of what this looks like. It's called the cat and cow stretch sometimes because you can also do this on hands and knees on the floor, but for today we're just going to do it in a chair. When you inhale, you're going to arch back, push your belly forward, lift your chin, and then when you exhale, do the opposite and round. Inhaling, looking up. This is the cow part of the pose. And then exhale and round, kind of like a cat does sometimes. I don't know if you've ever seen a cat do this. So inhale, look up. Exhale, round. One more breath. The next time you're inhaling, come back to center, and let's review those 7 stretches because pretty soon I'm going to be asking you guys to be the teachers. So we had straight up, we had twist and twist, we had side to side, and then we had back and forward. Those are our 7 directions of the spine. Thanks for joining me in the warm-up with me. I had to move inside so that I could step back because we're gonna learn one yoga pose today, and this yoga pose is so important for any other more challenging pose that we might do this summer. And I wanted you to be able to see it from head to toe. So if you want to, you can stand up. You can also do mountain pose sitting down in your chair if that's more comfortable for you. When you are finding mountain pose, it starts with your toes. You want to keep your feet parallel like the number 11, and then let your knees bend a little bit. Try to push through both feet evenly. From the side, it looks like this. So one way I find the bend in my knees is I go super straight and then I just relax a little bit. Your head is going to balance right on top of your spine, and maybe you can feel yourself growing taller and taller, just like real mountains do. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit taller over time. We're going to take 3 breaths in our mountain pose, seeing if you can connect to that inner stability and inner strength. Sometimes I listen to the sound of my breath and I imagine that I'm a mountain right by the ocean and my breath sounds like the waves. Let's take 3 breaths in our mountain pose. Notice how you're feeling in mountain pose. Maybe you're feeling a little bored. Maybe you feel really stable and calm. There's no wrong way to feel. If you stood up to join me for mountain pose, make your way back to your seat and find the mountain pose sitting down. So that means sitting up nice and tall, and noticing sometimes you sit like a little bit more to one side than the other. Try and even out your weight between both sides of your bottom. We're going to finish up our mindfulness in kind of the same way every time. We're going to come back to our breath. This time we're going to take a few waterfall breaths, and then we're going to connect to our hearts. And remember, we've got a new sound for our mindful listening, and it's going to come from my symbol. So to take a waterfall breath, you're going to inhale, reach your arms up, and then as you exhale, blow the air out your mouth and see if you can make this sound like a waterfall makes. I like to wiggle my fingers when I lower my hands down. You might like that too. Let's take 2 more waterfall breaths. Breathing in. Bring your hands over the middle of your chest, right over where your heart lives. Your heart stretches into the left side of your chest, but it lives in the middle of your chest. You can close your eyes here, or maybe you find a focal point. A focal point is one spot that's not moving that you keep your eyes on. This is really important for relaxing your mind, but it's also going to be really important when we start doing some fancy balancing poses. So closing your eyes or finding your focal point, we're going to bring all of our attention in towards our heart, in towards the center of our chest. Notice what's in your heart today. Sometimes when I close my eyes or I just pay attention to my heart, I see different colors. Sometimes I see green or gold or pink. Maybe you can see a color in your heart. Take a deep breath into your heart. And as you breathe out, imagine you're breathing that color out into the world. Sometimes when I look in my heart, I see people that I love. Sometimes I see people in my family, or sometimes I see my favorite pet. Sometimes I see my friend. Sometimes I see people I've never even met before. Notice if there's anybody in your heart today. If there's someone in your heart, maybe you can surround them with whatever color is in your heart, so it's glowing all around them. Sometimes when I pay attention to my heart, I see my dreams, and I see my goals, and I see myself. It's really important that we check in and see what's in our hearts. So let's take 3 more quiet breaths, just noticing what's in our heart today. And before we do our mindful listening and hear the sound of the symbol, we're just going to take 2 more breaths, focusing on love, focusing on freedom. And we're going to breathe in freedom and love. And then we're going to breathe out and send that freedom and love out into the world. Inhaling love. Exhaling love. Notice how you're feeling now. And now I'm going to play the symbol for you, and we'll do the same thing like we did yesterday. Focus on listening for the beginning, the middle, and the end sound of the bell. And when you can't hear it anymore, you can raise your hand up so you can let your teachers and your other classmates know that you can't hear it anymore. Let's give it a try for today. Sitting up nice and tall, focusing our listening. Thank you guys so much for joining me for mindfulness. I know today we spent most of our time just going over routines and kind of the basics, but I'm really excited for tomorrow because we're going to do some balancing poses, which I think are really challenging but really fun. If you have time, fill out the Google form that I linked into the comments below. In the Google form, it's asking how everybody's feeling today, what's in your heart today, because I would love to know what's going on throughout Holyoke during Summer Academy. So let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. And I hope you have an amazing second day of online learning. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye!